I'm delighted to be moderator for this unique conference, which has so much to offer and truly represents essence of yogic philosophy of fusion. My sincere thanks to organizers, especially to the board of directors of Canada India Network Society for their commitment and passion for the vision of building healthy civil society. दोस्तों टुडे वी आर सेलिब्रेटिंग इंटरनेशनल योगा डे जिसे हिंदी में कहते हैं अंतर्राष्ट्रीय योग दिवस साथ ही साथ वी आर सेलिब्रेटिंग भारत का अमृत महोत्सव एंड टुडे इज फादर्स डे हैप्पी फादर्स डे टू ऑल ऑफ यू फ्रेंड्स बिफोर आई मूव फॉरवर्ड आई वुड लाइक टू आस्क यू हैव यू डन योर होम इंश्योरेंस yes right have you done your life insurance yes because you want to protect your home, you want to protect your life. Okay, tell me one thing, if you're planning to go to India, तो सबसे जरूरी चीज आपके पास क्या होनी चाहिए? You have to have a valid passport, right? बिना पासपोर्ट के आप जा नहीं सकते हो. Friends, yoga is a passport to healthy living. Yoga is a passport to health insurance, a key to fitness and wellness. Yoga is not about an exercise, but to discover the sense of oneness within yourself is yoga. It's an art and science of healthy living. Bringing harmony between mind and body is yoga. मन और शरीर के बीच सामंजस्य पैदा करना ही योग है. दोस्तों, योग is a holistic approach. It focuses on your body, mind and spirit. योग हमारे हैबिट को ठीक करता है, हमें डिसिप्लिन करता है. If you suffer, it's because of you. If you feel bliss, it's totally because of you. Nobody, absolutely nobody is responsible except you for all your actions. Yoga has different component, but goal is only one, to add, to attach, जोड़ना, root से अपने आप को जोड़ना. As you know, yoga philosophy is Vedic philosophy and we promote health and healthy living style through our yoga group named Arogya. Arogya is a Sanskrit word, आप लोगों को पता ही होगा, which means holistic health. Our Arogya group is a unique family group. Manish ji ने कहा, and as you know, by profession, I am a radio broadcaster and TV artist. I work for Spice Radio 1200 AM and Radio Ramjib. Besides, I do lots of TV work, which includes but not limited to TV serials and commercials. I have been practicing yoga since childhood. Manish ji ने कहा 5 साल की उम्र से, बिल्कुल सही कहा, which has enhanced my mental and spiritual level over a period of time. After practicing yoga for a long time, I decided to share my knowledge and thoughts with people associated with me for the benefit for everyone. I therefore started teaching yoga 11 years ago. 11 साल पहले शुरुआत हुई है. I would like to say few words about Arogya Canada. ये बता दूं कि I am a founder of Arogya Canada. It's a family-oriented group where each and every member interact with each other informally for the well-being and uplifting both mental and physical health. Members of Arogya Canada come from all walks of life. We have doctors, engineers, nurses, chiropractors, business personalities, entrepreneurs, lawyers, scientists, lab technicians, and many more. And we meet once a week virtually during COVID. कोविड के समय हम मिल नहीं सकते हैं, इसलिए once a week ही मिलते हैं. योग is total approach to health, and we share our ideas in healthy living both mentally, physically and spiritually. Many of these become part of daily lives. The group is truly family oriented and not just yoga class. We, Arogya Canada, dedicated towards implementing healthy practice in day-to-day life. We also collaborate with other yoga schools and practitioners to provide guest appearance at our regular program. And we are committed to take this platform to new higher level for the well-being of each and every individual associated with us. I'm very proud and I'm very, very happy to announce that Arogya Canada is associated with Canada India Network Society. We hope to be associated in year and many more years to come. Ladies and gentlemen, now I'm going to introduce our first speaker, first guest. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce our first speaker, Dr. Jivasu, to share his thoughts and vision of yoga and yoga philosophy. Dr. Jivasu is a physician, spiritual teacher, and founder of Natural Spirituality Movement. Natural spirituality explores the scientific basis of energy, consciousness, complete health, and spirituality. Based on natural spirituality, Dr. Jivasu developed the six yogas of love and relationship, emotional and mental health, aging and old age, death and dying, artificial intelligence, and complete beauty. Dr. Jivasu teaches naturality courses all over the world. He is author of the books Natural Spirituality and Meditation, A Path of Relaxation and Awareness. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Jivasu. Dr. Jivasu.
Thank you very much, Nutanji, and also thanks to Arunji who invited me to this forum. And greetings from naturality. And this greeting is Sahajaste instead of Namaste. I'm introducing and going to introduce many new things. Sahajaste means natural and authentic in me affirms natural and authentic in you, because that is the whole purpose of yoga, how I can flow with my nature. And if I do that, what will happen? I would like to chant a mantra, naturality mantra, which explains it clearly. धर्म देहं धर्म मानस धर्म बुद्धि आत्मा धर्म प्रियजन धर्म सर्वजन धर्म देश धर्मे धरा धर्म ने हम धर्म एकम धर्म ही गतिशीलता धर्म जीवन धर्म चेतन धर्म ही आनंद परम सहजम अस्ति अस्ति अस्ति. This is actually the essence of yoga, right care of my body, feelings, thoughts, and soul, right care of my family, community, country, and earth. Let this right care come from the sense of oneness, love, and movement. Let this right care bring me the bliss of conscious existence. I affirm this, I affirm this, I affirm this in my naturalness. Right care not only of me, but the whole earth. Because if I am caring just for myself and not the world around me, I cannot be healthy. But the problem here is, or the question comes, what is the right care? How do I know I'm caring in a right manner? So for that, I will introduce another word which we coined for naturality teaching, somatofulness. So there is a word mindfulness, another word is heartfulness, third word which we coined, somatofulness. The word somatofulness comes from two other words. Soma in Greek means body, in Sanskrit means elixir of life. So somatofulness means accessing that nectar elixir of life in this body. And body doesn't mean this external frame, but that vital energy, that life force, that life energy which is running through it, which is flowing through it, which keeps us alive. It is eternal, it is unconditional, but the beauty is we can feel it. So the somatofulness is about feeling that life energy, life force within us. And if we are able to do it, it will tell us how to take care of ourselves in a right way. Because majority of people, they don't take care of themselves rightly. And I will explain why. And the reason being, by the time we become adults, in most of us, this life energy is blocked. Most of it. So we are delightful children, but miserable adults. But we keep our misery at bay by involving into a million things. But if you really look from a yogic point of view, most of the humanity is not healthy. It is not sick, but it is unhealthy. That is why great J. Krishnamurti stated very clearly, to adjust to a profoundly sick society is not a measure of health. When most people are unhealthy, they are not sick, unhealthy, then this unhealth become the normal health. We think that is how our world functions, it must be normal. But if we really look into our lives, do we feel ever secure? Do we have a sense of well-being, that exploding energy and creativity, that sense of love and compassion inside? I'm not talking about how we act outside, just going into our lives. Most of the people know, because this life energy is blocked, not completely, partially. And yoga is all about, first of all, activating this life energy. And lot of people miss this in yoga. And where Patanjali gave that clue about this energy, because that will take us how to unblock this energy, how to become somatoful. If we go into niyama, the second limb of yoga, Patanjali says kriya yoga. Out of 5 niyamas, second limb of yoga, there are 3 which form kriya yoga. What is the meaning of kriya yoga? Kriya yoga means action. Kriya is action. Action will come from what? Energy. I cannot heal myself. I cannot be healthy. I cannot be creative unless I have energy. No matter how good intention I have. And we are talking here life energy. And that is where Patanjali clearly mentions Kriya Yoga. And there are 3 components of Kriya Yoga. Number 1 is Swadhyay. Number 2, Tapas. Number 3, Ishwar Pranidhan. What is the meaning Swadhyay? Self-study. We must all self-study. But I don't think Patanjali is talking about here. I keep on reading books and scripture and all kinds of, because in India there are so many of them that even we devote 7 lifetime, we will reach nowhere by reading them. Swadhyay means studying the book of my own life. We study so much. We gain these MD, then PhD, DSCs. We become expert and professional, but a single book which remains unstudied is book of my own life. In Ayurveda, it is called Prakriti doshas. I will come to that because that is a focus of today's talk. Then what will happen if I open this book of my life? That is where comes tapas. Tapas means a lot of people translate heat. What is this heat? I'm sure Patanjali was not trying to say, listen, heat up your body from inside. Tapas means passion. Tapas means exuberance. Tapas means enthusiasm. I can be practicing yoga whole of my life and never realizing anything at all except becoming skillful. Why? Because behind that practice, there is no passion. Life is not flowing. So that is what Patanjali is talking about. Tapas, that if I study myself, then I will start unblocking this life's energy. It will explode into my body, in my brain. You can't imagine what happens to that brain, because that brain is full of light and delight. And this energy is like a river in flood. It will wash away all the past, all those traumatic memories which we carry. We human beings carry thousands of yesterdays and thousands of tomorrows, our expectation. So, Kriya Yoga, so many people miss. So many people don't understand. That is why it is very difficult to achieve further stages. Pratyahar, dharana, dhyan, samadhi. People will keep on talking. You ask them, listen, what is this samadhi state? Because they didn't enter into the beautiful book of their own life. How I can go further? I need tremendous energy. Escape velocity, which happens in rocket, needs tremendous fuel and energy, and that is what contained there. So I have to study the book of my life, and there Patanjali yoga is connected to Ayurveda. In Ayurveda, the first and most important thing is to know my natural personality, my dosha. That is why how I can take right care if I don't know what kind of mind, body, personality I have. In my own life, up to the age of 39, whatever I did in my life was against my nature. That is why this morning on Father's Day, of course, receiving from the children, but on this Father's Day, I wrote a message to my children that if you are following in the steps of your father, that means I didn't do something right. The moment you follow your father as your children, I didn't do something right, because you are unique flower of nature. You have to follow in your own footstep. But all over world, parents, they push their children according to this wishes, what is good for their children. Completely wrong. That is why 90% of humanity actually is not truly happy, because if it was happy, we were not going to create this world which we created. Conflict, sorrow, pain, guilt, insecurity, fear. So that is why I have to know my mind, body, personality, my nature, which is blocked after the age of 4 to 6. Until the age of 4 to 6, child live in its own nature. After that come traditions, custom, culture, my way, my caste, my religion. And that is necessary to root a child, because child cannot be rootless. But the problem is we forget to tell that child, listen, whatever you are getting from us, it is all borrowed. It doesn't belong to you. But it is necessary, because you cannot take care of yourself. So this rooting in a culture, in a family, in a tradition is vital. But once you become 18 to 25 years old, review your life and you will see what you call your own identity doesn't belong to you. It is borrowed personality. That is what is swadhyay, studying my own self and slowly leaving this identity which I borrowed. Because if I slowly strip it off, I will find the source of original life energy, that life force. But the question is how to do it. And that is the beauty of Ayurveda, because Ayurveda means science of life. Ayurveda doesn't talk about all metaphysical Brahm and what heavens, cavalier. No, none of these. We can keep on discussing metaphysics, but thing is that the beauty of life, it is very physical, it is very accessible. There is nothing mystical about it, because the same life flows in me, same life flows into all the plants, all the animals, in all human being. The moment I connect to this life in myself, I will be connected to everything else. But what we do, we go into these grand metaphysics. It is a great escape. It consoles us. We think we are contemplating about Brahm or God, but actually the transformation cannot be brought by it, because for us it is merely a fiction, watching a great film, reading a beautiful book. What is here in this body is this framework, this life energy, and also my emotions and thoughts. So Ayurveda divided people into three basic personality. The first personality they call Vata, I call wind. Second one is Pitta or fire. Third one is Kapha or earth. All people have all personalities. We are the combination of three, but there is a one which is dominant. And my whole responsibility in my life is to know my original unique personality with which I was born. And the moment I know, I have to align my life with the natural rhythm of this personality. And that can start with a very simple questionnaire. It is not at all complicated. So, how much I must sleep, how much exercise I should do, what kind of food I should eat, what kind of relationship, work, my house, my clothes, who is going to decide? Not my culture, not my family, my prakriti, my nature. Because the moment I know my nature, align myself with the nature, everything becomes an experience of flow. I will just take a moment and ask Nutanji how much more time I have so that I don't overstep my time.
Jesse, uh, Can you tell me, Jesse?
Yeah, you have about 10 minutes left for Q&A.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you, Jesse.
Thank you.
Dr. Jivastu, go ahead.
Thank you. So now, knowing this natural personality, it becomes the door to life's energy, to its very source. All my daily life, in fine detail, as I mentioned, from sleep to my clothes, are in harmony, not because it is fashion, not because I want a fancy or big house, because for a wind personality is nervous, anxious, and that is my dominant personality. But it is also very creative. Now you put this personality with ordinary of everything, this personality will develop anxiety and panic attacks. All the time nervous. Instead of being creative, now whatever lifestyle we were following becomes destructive. Pitta personality is full of action because it is fire. It is very sharp. These are the people who are pioneers, leaders, business executive. So our prime minister primarily in India is fire personality. Steve Jobs was fire personality. Bill Gates is a fire personality. But there are so many other who are not fire. They should not lead. They should not become pioneer because they cannot handle it. Then earth type of personality or kapha, caretakers, motherly, managers, negotiators. They're ideal for medical profession or wherever caretaking comes. So now you can see that once I know I'm entering to the door to myself, it becomes true yoga. I am uniting with myself because mostly we are in Viyog or Rog. Viyog means separated from myself. Once I'm separated from myself, then Rog is not too far away, illness. And that is why J. Krishnamurti said it very clearly that we are not sick, but we are unhealthy. What are the signs of health? I would like to clarify so we understand it's not a vague. Physically, if my face is radiant, my eyes are lustrous, and my movements are energetic body movement, that means physically healthy. In chronic stress, all these three disappear. But here we are talking about mind body health, and in yoga we don't separate mind and body. So what is that mental health which I want to achieve? That is the experience of well-being. When I feel good about things, that is number one. Number two, feeling of love and compassion. And number three is creativity. If you have these six, means we achieved health, we are united with ourselves. If we don't have, then there is some problem which we can fix according to going into our personality. Nowadays, there is a popular term, flow. Once we are into our natural personalities, after doing Swadhyay, we are going to experience flow, flowing with ourselves. Flow became a very big psychology. What is the experience of flow? In flow, we feel as if we are gliding through the world rather than struggling. We are focused. Body is vibrating with very high energy. And this mind is breaking the boundaries for new creativity. Flow is the experience of that we entered into our natural personality. So coming back to the yoga, Yama, the first limbs, gives us rooting in a society, but that is all borrowed. That is all borrowed. But Patanjali was very clever. He said, unless you are rooted in something, you cannot go further. But in Niyama, he wants to break it through Swadhyay and Tapas, generate that passion, that emotional exuberance. And once we do that, then comes the asana and pranayam. Now, time is to contain it, contain this passion, channelize. Once I channelize this energy which is generated, it will give me a experience of bliss, a joy and rapture. Then pratyahar will be so easy. People talk all the time about pratyahar, but they don't know how to do it. Of course, if I'm not feeling healthy inside, if I'm not joyful, I will indulge through these senses in outer world. But once the joy is coming from inside, because I studied myself, I know my personality, I generated that life energy from inside, pratyahar is so easy because these senses are satisfied from within.
Wow. Yeah.
Without that, we cannot attain by any technique pratyahar. People do it all the time. They spend hours, but they never understood. And the beauty is, in Vedas, Soma is mentioned. Shri Aurobindo explained Soma is in our brain, in our body. It is not in a plant outside. This brain contains pleasure center, reward center, the best bar, the best tavern ever built by nature. There is an uninterrupted flow of wine, the best beauty and the most beautiful wine which flows through this body and brain. Nature took 4 billion years. Once we go in our personality, we open this bar and this nature is pouring into the cup of our mind, this wine without interruption, 24 hours, and we become a drunkard. Yoga is all about drinking and dancing and playing when the whole universe become a leela. And this, none of it is metaphysical. It is the property of our body and brain, which we access by knowing our personality. And with that, passion, energy. And then later stages, they will happen to us. Because over that, we don't have any control, but we can have control at least about this mind, body, and personality. So try to control which we can control and try not to control which we cannot. And that is the whole message of mine through somatofulness and this talk today. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Jivasu. Beautifully, you have explained Yama, Niyama, Pratyahar, Asanas, Pranayam. बहुत अच्छी तरह से आपने योग के बारे में बहुत ही शॉर्ट में जानकारी दी. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आपका. Thank you very much. Pranayam के बारे में Maitri is going to explain.
Nutanji, this is Arun here. Could I just interject because time might run out?
Yes, Doctor.
I just want all our attendees to know how special Dr. Jivasu is to us. Dr. Jivasu, Naturality and Canada-India Network Society are partners. And he gives a complimentary session every Sunday morning, which every one of you are welcome to attend. I regularly join, and it's at 10 o'clock, and we'll put a link to it. It's 10 o'clock Ontario time, 7 o'clock Vancouver time, and it's well worth it. So I just want to thank Dr. Jivasu for coming in our life, and as you've been listening and hearing integrative thinking, integrative health, integrative medicine, it takes whole village to build it. And Dr. Jivasu and his movement is now part of Canada-India Network Society. So thank you, Dr. Jivasu.